All right, we're going to be going over how we lease stuff so quickly at Superior Properties, how we're able to get tenants in our shopping centers quickly. This is Matthew. I'm a investor and broker based out of Southern California, and me and my firm, we buy commercial property all over the country. So I'm going to be going over how we lease our commercial properties very quickly. And for example, I'm going to use the property that we just purchased 3 months ago, and we already got our first tenant. So we were able to lease stuff in about 3 months with a market average of 8 months, which is kind of like what we do here. We lease stuff quicker by being proactive. This is a shopping center. It's 100% vacant when we bought it. We cleaned it up, and now we're leasing out each of the individual units. And we locked our first tenant in quite quickly. And I want to talk about how we were able to do that. So the first step, what most people do is they just hand the listing to a leasing broker. The leasing broker lists it online, and then the leasing broker sits back and waits for calls. When a call comes in, they go to the shopping center, they show the space to the tenant, and then they ask the tenant, "Do you want the space?" Tenant says no. They go back to sitting on their hands and waiting for the next person to call in from their LoopNet listing or Crexy. This is LoopNet or Crexy or whatever it is. They just post it online and they wait. The reason they do that is there's not a lot of money in leasing. There's some money you can make, leasing commissions. We pay 5, 10, 15 grand. It's about 6% of the lease total, but it doesn't turn out to be that much money. So a lot of people just list it, wait for someone to show up, show them the space, hope they want to sign the lease, and then they move on with their lives. Now, if that's what you're going to do, it's going to take you market average. For reference, this is the data, the analytics from CoStar about leasing retail within a 3 mile radius of this property. And if you see here, the months to lease is 8.5 months. That means it takes on average 8.5 months to lease a retail space in the zip code. Okay. So our goal is to beat that because we have a lot of spaces to fill. We purchase a property. The faster we can get tenants in there, the faster we start making money, the faster we're able to exit the building at a profit. Okay. So we need to lease as fast as possible. That's really all it is. The lease speed increases how fast we can start sending out distributions. It increases how fast we increase the value of the building. So this is how we lease quickly. We don't just give it to a broker. Yeah, we do give it to a broker and we interview brokers to make sure they're damn good brokers. That's step number one. You need someone that's actually going to be good and answer the phone and schedule show ups. That's only part of it. That's 50% of the battle. The other half of the battle is that we actually go out and we do our own marketing. And I'm going to dive into that quite a bit over here. But through our own marketing, we actually get probably more leads through our direct outreach than the broker gets inbound leads by posting it on LoopNet and Crexy and waiting for people to call. Okay. So the first thing we do is we send out emails. So this right here is the last 3 months, we've sent out 13,200 emails to local retailers in the area, and we've told them about the property. I'll show you an example right here. We had a 42% open rate. That means that's over, what is that? 5,000, 6,000 people opened an email in which they got more information about our shopping center that is available for lease. So that right there is like we're already have more eyes on the building. From that 5 or 6,000, we probably only scheduled less than 10 showings, but it's real. It's real people, real neighboring tenants, and we're just trying to see: are you looking to expand? Are you looking to relocate? And let me show you. Let me give you an example here. Sequence is the email. The email is simple. So, hey, I own Summit Plaza, a shopping center right here in the area. This is the address. We currently have a few spaces available, and I wanted to reach out directly. Spaces range from 1,600 to 4,000 square feet and can work on a variety of uses. So we're literally just reaching out and telling them, hey, we grab emails online through a scraper and then we plug it into here and then it just starts blasting out emails. So opportunities means it was labeled as someone that was actually interested and was asking more questions, or we can put them in some kind of follow-up sequence. It's real outbound sales, but it works because every tenant we get in the building is typically a 6-figure increase in the value of the asset. We buy a building for $1 million, we get a tenant in there, it might be worth 1.2, 1.3 million. So it's worth us to spend time and create systems around finding these tenants. So this is direct email. This is a software that sends out emails. We plug in local tenants and it emails them, asking them if they'd be interested in relocating or expanding. 13,000 emails were sent. Okay. They signed in. This is direct mail. Okay. This is where us literally sending snail mail in through the post office to local retailers. The same thing. Look at how much we sent. 90 days ago, let's say the beginning of the year, it's January 20th here. So between them, these are all campaigns, 99, 69, 99, and we sent a couple big ones recently where it sends a letter to, let's say we're trying to target a smoke shop. It'll literally send a letter to the smoke shop down the street. Hey, are you interested in relocating or expanding? Because we have a shopping center here that we feel like would be a good fit. What we're trying to do is we're trying to take tenants from low quality landlords, or we're trying to find tenants that are doing well in their business and looking to add another location. We're trying to encourage them to come to our center. It's that simple. So we've sent out maybe, I mean, 2,500, 2,800 letters in the last 90 days. So these are the kind of projects we're doing, kind of outbound reaches we're doing in order to find it. And then here's a sample of the letters we're sending out. This is a proof from Click to Mail, which is a software we use. Hi, I'm reaching out because we own and manage a neighborhood retail center, 9635 North Houston, Roslyn. And then it has, if you're looking to expand, relocate, open an additional location, the center, it's a high traffic corridor. We got my phone number. We got a picture of the plaza. We got all the details, the traffic. We got a lot of parking, second generation spaces. So we'll send out thousands of letters like these, and each one will be different. Sometimes you'll have ones that specifically target salons because in this building, we had a space that was already perfectly built out for a salon with equipment. So we send out specific letters to salon owners and local salons in the area. Okay. On top of that, we also do social media. So we reach out to people and we message them. Hey, I have a space in my shopping center that would be perfect for a Griero's meat market. You guys expanding? The guy answered, we're always looking. What city? We started a conversation. Now we're talking about if it's a good fit for him, what's the traffic, and we start having conversations here. So we do these three methods. We do social media, direct outreach, and we post. This is the posting here for this property. We got photos of the different spaces. We got an email to reach out. We got more details about it, the address. So we sent him this listing that we posted on our social media page. We got social media. We have direct mail, actual letters going out to this person. So this right here is the address it's going to. This one was going to a training, probably a gym or some sort. And then it goes out to them. And then we also have direct email, where we have 13,000 emails went out in the last 90 days. Okay. And the lead we ended up signing a lease with didn't come from the broker posting on CoStar and Craigslist, even though we do get showings from here, and it's very helpful. It supports and they work together. But we've done a large amount of outbound reach over the last 90 days in order to fill up these tenants. And we're doing all of this just so we don't fill out the space in 8.5 months. We fill it out in 3. Why? It's because we have 5 spots to fill up in this building. We got the first tenant in 3. We already have the LOI from the second tenant. Probably, within this 8 months, we're probably going to fill up the whole building rather than just get one lease. So you can truly improve the results of filling up the retail center, collecting cash flow faster, even collecting higher rents. The more people you have looking at a specific space, the more negotiating leverage you have in order to maximize rent per square foot. So you get leverage, you fill up spaces faster, you start cash flowing faster. And then again, at the end of the day, if you're doing what we do, which is we stabilize assets, we buy buildings that are distressed, vacant like this one, we clean it up, we lease it out, and then we sell the building. We're able to do that process instead of it taking 2.5 years. We can do it in 18 months, 16 months, 12. And we're able to do that because we're very aggressive with our marketing. We don't just 99% of landlords literally hand it to a broker. The broker lists it on CoStar and Craigslist, and then the broker sits by on their phone, sits by literally on TikTok, scrolling on TikTok, waiting for someone to call. And then when they do call, if you're lucky, when they call, they'll actually answer their questions, schedule a showing with them. Not even all brokers do that. And then the point is, so what's the process? We find someone from, let's say, our direct mail campaign, or somebody answers this letter and gives me a call here and says, yeah, I'm interested. They ask me a bunch of questions about the space. I answer their questions about the space. If they're serious and they want to see it, I send it over to the broker. And we give the broker that works there. Our broker is phenomenal, by the way. Shout out Jamie in Houston. But she does a lot of our leasing. And if I send her a lead, she's absolutely going to schedule a showing with the lead. Why? Because she gets a piece, she gets a commission, a smaller one, albeit, but she still gets a commission if we give her a lead and that person ends up signing a lease. She has to show them the space, she has to write the lease, she has to explain all their questions, probably meet with her contractor to get build out quotes. There's a process that's involved. So we still need the local broker. We're not going to sit there and expect them to do all the work and bring us tenants. I think that is a lazy way of landlord ownership, even though that's how most retail centers are operating, which is why we're able to go in, buy stuff at discount, stabilize it, and exit ultimately, because we're more diligent landlords. We're better stewards of the property than the previous landlords. It's that simple. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and are able to pick up some real ideas on how to release shopping centers faster. The idea is don't be reactive and wait for people to come to you. You have to be proactive, or it's going to take you 2, 3 times as long in order to fill up your retail space. Anyway, I'll put some information about myself in the description. If you guys want to chat, I love talking real estate. I will talk your ears off. If you guys want to chat, you can find my information in the description below. Let's connect, and I will catch you guys on the next video.